I have some insight. I told my inner demons I'll take to the grave. Intelligence makes you a prisoner. Ignorance makes you a slave. Hey guys, it's Benedictines the V. Again, today I'm going to be reacting to an Antinatalist poem read by Flyorra. We live in a crazy world, man. We live in a crazy world. I'm glad that there are many Antinatalists out there that are not afraid to speak their minds, because it seems like everyone is insane. I mean, how many people do you meet that are actually sane? That you're like, oh yeah, this person is actually sane. This is a person that I can really talk to. This is a person that I can confide in because they really understand what I'm saying. How many people are like that? How many people are like that? And they're worse. What's crazy is that human beings are worse in groups. When you're talking to like one person, even though they're ignorant, they're not that bad. But when they're in groups, that's when they're much worse. That's when they're really delusional, because everyone is trying to fit in. When you want to be part of a group, you gotta fit in. So if a member of that group tells you that, what, I don't like how you talk, you might need to change how you talk. If another member of that group says, I don't like how you dress, you might need to change how you dress. If another member of that group says, I don't like how you think, or I don't like the fact that you are so blunt, you might need to change that. That is why we're living a lie as a collective, because we're trying to fit in. So we've created these high standards for ourselves that we can't even reach. So everyone is just fake. Like this is what we gotta be, so we gotta pretend as if we can be that. We're living in a fake society. We're living in a society where people are not being themselves. They're telling themselves that a human must be this way. So this is how every person must be. If a human being is not that way, then something is not right. If a human being cannot reach this standard, they must be punished. And you find out that people are not even able to live up to the standard that we have set. Like, for an example, with relationships, for an example, people believe that human beings are monogamous. Like, if you're a polygamist, something is wrong with your brain. Like, no, human beings are naturally polygamous. That is what is true. We don't want it to be true, but that is what is true. Human beings love sex, and they want to have sex with different people. They get tired of having sex with one person. Like, that's how we are. I'm sorry, but that's how we are. We're not better than that. The concept of marriage is a lie. The concept of marriage is a lie. It's crazy when people get divorced and feel like they were betrayed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry. The reality is that human beings are naturally polygamous. You were living a lie. You were living a lie, and you didn't want to, see the world as it is. You didn't want to see, things as they really are. If we want to be happy, we have to see things as they are. We have to accept ourselves as we are. I have to accept the things about myself that I do not feel like other people are going to accept about me. If I love sex, I must be able to say I love sex. Because what does it even mean to be a human? Ask yourself this question. What does it mean to be a human? Did you come here to pretend as if, you don't enjoy some things? You don't enjoy some things that make you human. You don't enjoy having sex. You know what I mean? Like, we are living a lie. We act like we are pure. And having sex doesn't mean that you're not pure. If you are a polygamist, doesn't mean that you're not pure. It doesn't mean that you're an evil person and you're causing suffering. You only cause suffering when you lie to people. Let's just say I date someone and I lie to them. Like, you know what? I'm going to be committed to you. I'm not going to be interested in other women. If I know that I'm gonna be interested in other women, that's what's gonna hurt them. But if I'm honest, I'm like, you know what, this is how I am, then they're gonna get it. Like, this is how this person is. We must be real. We must be real. It's very, very important that we're real. Yeah, today I'm gonna be reacting to an Antinatalism poem read by Flyorra. I used to watch her videos. She deleted most of her videos. I don't know why, but I used to watch her videos a lot, and I enjoyed watching them.
I do not want you to be born. I do not
want you to be born. I love that.
want you to inherit defects, disorders, and anxieties from your father.
One thing that really bothers me is that there are a lot of people that know that they have diseases that their children can inherit, but they still be having children. That's so selfish. I mean, even if a person knows that, I have these diseases, and these diseases, my children can inherit them, and they won't be able to enjoy their lives if they inherit these diseases, but still, they be having children. It doesn't make sense, dude.
Father, I do not want you to wear on your face the nightmares of your mother.
Do you know that trauma can be passed on from generation to generation? Now, this is something that a lot of people don't know, but actually it can.
I do not want you barely out of her entrails to cry that in the polluted atmosphere of our world you suffocate, and that we strike to resuscitate you. I do not want to hear your cries when you are thirsty.
Man, every time I hear a baby crying, I feel sorry for that baby. And babies cry for hours, dude. You can see that they're not feeling comfortable. That's why they'll be crying for hours. You're like, dude, I wonder what it's like, being that baby, like crying. When you wake up, you cry. When you're hungry, you cry. When you're sick, you cry. You can't even talk. I'm sorry. Like, it's torture. Like, when you really think about it, it's torture, man. It's torture. It's just that, hey, man, as humans, we're sick. We're so sick, and we don't even see that. Because we've given our power away to other people. You are here in this world. You must ask yourself what is going on. And decide what you're going to believe. You mustn't allow other people to tell you what's going on, or to tell you how to live your life. That's why most people are not happy. I think the fact that we are not being ourselves, the fact that we're not being real, that's what's, fucking us up mentally. We've got to be honest with ourselves. If something does not make sense, it does not make sense. It doesn't matter what it is. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense. I understand that we've been programmed to believe that, having children is good, but hey, man, children are suffering out there, man. Children are suffering. I mean, look at that kid. That happens to many kids in Africa, They have to work in order to survive, man. It happens, It doesn't happen a lot here in South Africa, but I know it happens in other countries, so it's messed up.
When you are hungry, when you are in pain. I do not want to extricate you from your dreams and drag you to school, where
Yeah, I've always hated the concept of school. A child is born, and that child knows exactly what they are interested in, and you're like, go to school, go and get indoctrinated. That's what's best for you. Education is the key. No, that child doesn't want to go to school. That child want to do what they want to do. So why force them to go to school? It's just messed up, man. It's evil. When you really think about it, it's evil.
Schools will force feed you with stupefying nonsense. I do not want anything to do with your social development, to teach you our smirks, to teach you to bow down, to deceive yourself.
Yeah, I mean, The thing is, we are being trained. People don't understand this. I keep on telling them that, you know what? Children are being trained to be slaves. Children are being trained to worship those that are higher than them. No, when they grow up, they become slaves. They become obedient slaves. I know what you're thinking. Is it better to be a prisoner or to be a slave? I do believe that if we decided as a collective that, you know what, the society that we've created is messed up, it's not good for anyone, it's not working, we will not be slaves and we will not be prisoners. The only reason why we have prisoners in this world is because we believe that our society is working and the people that are rebelling are the bad guys. You see?
I do not want the first maniac that comes along to touch a single of your hairs. I do not want the priest to threaten you with hell.
Yeah, man. So a child is born in this crazy world and they have to, deal with all the things that this world comes with, and then they're told that they have to dumb down. Otherwise, they're gonna go to hell. How fucked up is that? So you're born in this world. You see that there are a lot of things that really do not make sense. People are telling you that, there's this religion that you've got to follow. If you don't follow this religion, you're going to hell. And when you look into it, you realize that this religion doesn't even make any sense. I'm supposed to be a slave. Basically, I'm supposed to stop thinking for myself. Dude, something is wrong with this world and something is wrong with people. You gotta stop lying to yourselves, man. Now, there are people who think that antinatalists, when they say this world is not good, we shouldn't be bringing our children into this world, they think it has to do with climate change, it has to do with scarcity, or the overpopulation. Bruh, it has to do with the shit that is happening now. The shit that is happening now. People are suffering now. People are being indoctrinated now. People are being manipulated now. People are being forced to do things that they do not want to do now. You see? That's what must be understood. It's not about overpopulation. I don't talk about overpopulation. I mean, I might have spoken about overpopulation like once or twice, but I don't talk about overpopulation. I'm talking about what is going on now. People are struggling, people are suffering, people have to work shitty jobs. That is what I hate about this world. People are not encouraged to be themselves. You see?
Master with unemployment, the janitor with prison.
Unemployment. More than 60% of young people here in my country are unemployed. How crazy is that? They had to go to school and get brainwashed, and now they can't even find employment. They didn't develop the skills needed to survive in this world. Because it wouldn't matter if they're not employed, because they'll know exactly what they need to do in order to survive. But they've been brainwashed. They can't even think clearly now. They've been programmed to depend on this system that does not even care about them. You see, that is why they're suffering. It's stupid.
I do not want you to inhabit my city or listen to my television lying to you.
Yeah,
to
man.
slake your thirst on the venom of my journals. To play in the street with thugs who will spit in your face. I do not want sinister crooks to chain you to some drug, to turn you into an addict.
Yeah. That's what I hate, man. When you are different, they're gonna make everyone believe that you're sick and you must be given drugs. You must be given drugs so that you be normal. Every person that can think, every person that is themselves, every person that is a threat has to be suffering from some kind of a mental illness, or they have to be evil. Look, if you do not understand what I'm saying to you, if you don't know that this world is messed up, if you do not know that most of the things that we're doing are stupid, I don't know, man. I don't know what they've done to you. You're supposed to realize how messed up this world is, man. Because it's obvious. The truth is around you. It's not like the truth is hidden. The truth is everywhere. You just gotta open your eyes, man.
To better abuse you in the general indifference. I do not want women to bewitch you with their arrogant breasts and their protruding asses.
Yeah, man. Women can't live with them, can't live without them. But no, man, it's crazy that men and women are not even getting along now, but we need each other.
So many lures for one finality giving birth.
So many lures for one finality giving birth. I love this line. Because that's what it's all about. It's about children being born. You're not supposed to be rational. You're not supposed to be in control. Because if you were rational and in control, you wouldn't even be thinking about having children. You'd be thinking about having children because of the chemical reactions in your brain that are making you believe that you're gonna feel better, after having children, stuff like that. Your marriage is gonna work. It's just chemical reactions in your brain. When you are rational and you seeing what is going on, you actually realize, nah, man, this world is just fucking stupid.
Nor do I want pretentious Casanovas to pursue you with their sycophancy and toy with your sensitivity. I do not want to waste your life earning your daily bread. I do not want you to.
Yeah, because waking up in the morning, going to work each and every fucking day, that's wasting your life. Did you come here to go to work every day? Wake up, go to work every day, wake up. Is that what you came here for? Did you come here to be a slave? I do understand that you were bred to be a slave, but I mean, is that what you want? To be a slave? No. I know you don't want to be a slave. So why subject someone to this? Why create a slave if you don't want to be a slave?
To waste your life earning your daily bread by the sweat of your brow, or else by 1,000 renunciations, by 1,000 compromises. I do not want you to fight for John Doe or for anyone else.
Man, I've always hated the fact that people who start wars don't even get to fight. Like, a president of a country can say to the soldiers of their country that they should go and fight. They'll convince themselves that that's a good thing. They're fighting for their country. No, you're not fighting for your country. You're just an idiot. That's what you are.
Or for anything else. I do not want you to see the next war, to get cancer, or witness.
Because, some people suffering from terminal illness. Like, there are people who are suffering from a terminal illness. They didn't ask to be born, man. And they are not even given the option to exit peacefully, so they have to endure the suffering. That's worse than rape. It's just that humans are not intelligent enough to realize that, but it is worse than rape. Forcing someone to endure the torture, man, the suffering. They can see that they're suffering, and they're like, you know what? Please, let me leave. And like, nah. You know what I mean? It's worse than rape, because people get raped like once, and I mean, it sucks that people get raped. By the way, I'm not saying getting raped is good. No, I'm saying forcing someone to continue to exist in this world if they don't want to be here is worse than rape, because you're forcing them to endure the suffering, and they have to endure the suffering because you're forcing them to endure it. It is worse than rape, man. It's worse than anything, really.
One of the 1,000 evils to come. I do not want you to suffer. I do not want you to ask your father one day why he let you come into a world that does not care about the world. I do not want you to be born. There are enough slaves on earth.
I like that. I do not want you to be born. There are enough slaves on earth. That is true. There are enough slaves here, man. What are we doing? Bringing people here so that they will be slaves, is that what's making us happy? Does that really make us happy? Is that what's fulfilling? Is that what the meaning of life is? Does it have to do with bringing people here so that they will be slaves? It's crazy, man. This is madness. Think about it. This is madness. Thank you all, guys.